China just showed the world exactly how it believes it could launch a rapid assault on Taiwan in the event of war. Xi Jinping has sent a chilling strategic message through a 1-minute PLA video that is drawing global attention. China's apparent playbook for a potential Taiwan conflict is now on full display as the PLA showcases its combat capabilities. Taiwan's latest military show of strength has drawn a sharp warning from Xi Jinping as tensions across the Taiwan Strait continue to rise. Amid heightened tensions across the Pacific, a 1-minute video released by China has triggered fresh concerns over Taiwan's security. The video showed Chinese PLA combat forces demonstrating how they could rapidly storm Taiwan during a potential cross-strait conflict. The rare footage showcasing PLA combat operations was released by China Military Bugle on August 5. Dozens of the PLA Army's amphibious armored vehicles were seen taking part in large-scale assault and landing exercises. The video featured tactical maneuvers, high-speed waterborne transit operations, and coordinated beach assault drills by Chinese forces. Chinese troops were shown storming shorelines in multiple assault waves while breaching simulated defensive obstacles along the coastline. The joint combat exercise highlighted close coordination between ground infantry units and supporting naval assets during the operation. Supporting PLA units were also deployed to simulate complex island landing operations, resembling an assault on heavily defended territory. The latest exercise comes as China continues expanding the presence of its aircraft carriers to the east of Taiwan. The waters surrounding the Philippines are increasingly emerging as a potential battlefield if tensions between China and Taiwan erupt into open conflict. China could reportedly deploy its aircraft carriers east of Taiwan in a bid to deter any direct military intervention by the United States. Military experts believe Beijing's strategy would be to intercept approaching naval forces before they can reach the strategically vital Taiwan Strait. According to SCMP, the Philippine Sea could become a crucial operating area for China's carrier strike groups during any future conflict. Decoding China's Philippine Sea strategy. Block U.S. reinforcement forces before they can enter the Western Pacific battlespace. Establish operational control over key stretches of the strategically important Philippine Sea. Create a wider maritime buffer zone to keep potential adversaries farther from China's coastline. Project Chinese military power well beyond Taiwan into the broader Indo-Pacific region. One defense expert argued that China's aircraft carriers are intended to coordinate joint operations rather than directly spearhead attacks against Taiwan. Director, U.S. Air Force's China Aerospace Studies Institute said, and I quote, "I do not regard carriers as the PLA Navy's primary weapons against Taiwan. The most common error is to assume that, because Beijing is acquiring ships that resemble American carrier strike groups, it must intend to use them according to the American operational model. China already possessed ample land-based aircraft, missiles, surface ships and submarines for operations near its coastline, making carriers less important as strike platforms. Then as part of a broader maritime joint fire system linking warships, submarines, bombers and missiles." China's new Type 003 Fujian aircraft carrier is expected to significantly extend Beijing's naval reach deeper into the Pacific Ocean. The Fujian's advanced electromagnetic catapult system can launch heavier aircraft, enabling longer-range surveillance and more complex combat missions. Once fully operational, China's Fujian carrier could even project sustained military presence into the Philippine Sea, according to SCMP. Military experts say future PLA carrier groups are expected to operate behind multiple protective layers of escort warships, submarines, and air power. Meanwhile, Taiwan has launched a 10-day military exercise to test its response in the event of a full-scale Chinese attack on the island. Taiwan's Han Kuang military drills kicked off on August 5, almost exactly as China publicly unveiled the airborne leg of its nuclear triad, showing H-6N bombers carrying nuclear-capable JL-1 missiles under J-20 escort in state media footage. Defense officials say the core aim is to test commanders' ability to fight on the fly when enemy movements defy expectations, forcing units to adapt rapidly rather than follow scripted orders. For the first time, Taiwan is temporarily limiting mobile internet access during parts of the drills, throttling data speeds to simulate wartime communications disruption and see how civilians cope when connectivity is scarce. The Han Kuang exercise runs from August 5 to 14, featuring fighter jet dispersals to alternate bases, rapid naval deployments, and live fire scenarios designed to stress the island's defensive posture. More than 20,000 troops, including about 5,000 reservists, are being mobilized, reflecting a push to ensure that Taiwan's reserve forces can move, fight, and support logistics at short notice. For the first time, Taiwan is incorporating a U.S. military practice known as the back brief, borrowing directly from American doctrine to sharpen communication under pressure. In a back brief, junior officers repeat mission details and intent back to their commanders, a technique meant to catch misunderstandings early and ensure everyone shares the same picture of the fight. Reuters reports that Taiwanese officials believe this approach will bolster coordination and synchronization among dispersed units, making the force more resilient if communications are disrupted or leaders are cut off. The war games explicitly focus on a scenario where China tries to paralyze Taiwan's command centers, ports, logistics hubs, and defense industry sites in the opening hours of an attack, forcing the island to fight through heavy disruption. As part of that, the army will simulate relocating weapons production lines, mobilizing civilian factories for military use, and running coastal escort drills to keep supplies and reinforcements moving despite strikes. Defense officials say field commanders will be hit with unexpected scenarios during the exercise, including surprise attacks and communications loss, to see how they improvise under real invasion-style pressure. China has showcased its airborne nuclear strike capability for the first time, according to a report published by China Daily. The footage featured an H-6N strategic bomber flying alongside two J-20 stealth fighter jets in a coordinated formation during the military showcase. The H-6N appeared to carry a JL-1 nuclear-capable air-launched ballistic missile, marking the first public display of the weapon in flight, according to reports. The showcase completed the public presentation of China's land, sea, and air-based nuclear triad, highlighting all three legs of its strategic deterrent. The video also depicted a simulated strike against an enemy fleet using multiple Advanced People's Liberation Army weapon systems in a coordinated attack. China's DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missile, YJ-20 hypersonic missile, and YJ-12 supersonic anti-ship missile were also featured during the demonstration. China Daily said the JL-1 missile was first officially unveiled during Beijing's military parade last year, before appearing in the latest airborne showcase. According to reports, the missile's Chinese name, Jinglei, translates as shocking thunderclap, reflecting its role in China's expanding strategic strike capability.
Upgrade your news experience with the all-new HT app. Download now.